Hi viewers, here we are with the new video about Swan Alexa Smart Kettle. Swan's Alexa Smart Kettle isn't the first smart kettle ever made, but it's the first designed specifically to work seamlessly with your Alexa smart speaker. You can schedule it to have hot water ready for your first cuppa of the day or start it boiling with a voice command. But is it smarter than a kettle really needs to be? And will you use those smart features or return to dumb, old-fashioned manual kettle boiling? We give it a test run to find out. Design and build. LED touch panel controls. 1.5 liter max volume, 0.5 liter min volume. Insulated interior, cordless and boil dry protection. The first thing to say about the Swan Alexa kettle is that it's a good-looking appliance. You'll particularly appreciate it if you have a modern or minimalist kitchen setup. Black and glossy with an angular handle, it's completely unmarked except for a discreet pairing of Swan and Alexa logos near its base. Once you're all set up, you'll also see a Wi-Fi symbol that lets you know that the kettle is connected. The kettle sits on a round base that's 16 centimeters in diameter and it tapers upwards to a height of around 27 centimeters. The cord is attached to the base, so the kettle is cordless to pour. It has a maximum capacity of 1.5 liters and unusually, it mentions a minimum capacity. You should never fill it below 0.5 liters and switch it on. That's about 2 big cups of tea or coffee, which means it's a bit wasteful of electricity if you only want to make a single drink. However, it's an 1800W kettle, whereas many kettles are 3000W. I filled it, plugged it into an energy monitoring smart plug and boiled it to 100 degrees Celsius. On my current tariff, the cost was estimated at around 4p. The Hugo Energy app has a January 2023 estimate of the cost of boiling a full kettle. It puts it at 6.8p, so the Swan Alexa Smart Kettle does appear to be efficient. The kettle's excellent design must contribute to its energy efficiency. It's double-walled with a thick stainless steel interior, which means its exterior stays cool to the touch. There's also no heating element to protrude into the water, which is good news for anyone who lives in a hard water area. It'll be much easier to descale. Still, if you live alone or regularly only boil the kettle for one, the minimum fill level may end up costing you. There's also the fact that keeping it in standby mode so you can use the smart features will use a small amount of power. But where this kettle could wind up being pricey to run is if you use the keep warm feature, which will reboil the kettle at intervals over a 2-hour period. We'd advise you to switch this off if you buy. Speaking of descaling, if you use the Alexa app, you can see how many times you can boil the kettle before you need to descale it. You'll get around 500 uses, but if you live in a hard water area, you might have to give it a clean before then. There's one thing this kettle lacks, and that's a water level viewing window. I didn't miss it, but others might. Using the kettle. Controls on kettle and in-app. Choice of 6 water temperatures. Fast, quiet boil. Even if you're in a household where one of you enjoys all the latest gadgets while the other just wants a cup of coffee, and pronto, the less technically minded household members don't need to use any of the smart features if they don't want. They can switch on the kettle just like they normally would. Using the Alexa features. Voice commands. Scheduling and routines. Switch on and change settings in app. Once you're set up, you can get into the smart features via the Alexa app. These fall into 3 main categories: voice commands, scheduling and checking the kettle's settings. Open the Alexa app and you'll find the kettle under Devices. From there, you can turn it on and check and change its settings. Annoyingly, the Alexa app wouldn't let me choose it as a favorite device, meaning there was another click-through before I could reach it. Price and availability. With kettle prices starting at around £15 and pretty decent kettles available for £25, the Swan Alexa Smart Kettle is obviously far from cheap at £99.99. But it is not unreasonably expensive. The Smeg 1.7-litre jug kettle, for example, costs around £150. And that doesn't even have a choice of water temperature. It just looks nice.